Season 2 Reloaded is here, and with it came a new Easter egg. Maybe not the full-fledged quest line that you or I may have in mind when we consider previous quest lines in 2020 that gave us an exclusive blueprint reward for completing them, but these sort of akin to the Nakatomi Plaza Easter egg in Verdansk 84 in Season 3 of Cold War. Now, I'll take it, this is an Easter egg that can absolutely be a huge benefit to your early game strats in Rebirth from here on out, so today we're breaking down the Vault Easter egg in Rebirth Island. As we go along, drop your thoughts down below. Do you like these rewards and how you obtain them? Do you hope to see more continued on throughout the season or in seasons following? If you enjoyed the video, you'll find it at all insightful and it helps you out in any way, shape, or form, do me a favor, drop a like on the video, and if you're new to the channel, do be sure that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Warzone and anything Call of Duty related. Given that Raven's taken about a year to add any sort of Easter egg here, I don't know when the next Easter egg guide you'll see here is on the channel, but if you guys would like to stay up to date with anything Call of Duty, I'd love to have you in the community. And finally, if you'd like to support the channel a little further, an entirely optional way to do so is by using creator code ESPRESSO in the in-game shop of either Vanguard, Cold War, Modern Warfare, or Warzone. Entirely optional, again, don't ever feel pressure to do so, but if you ever do, tweet me a picture. I'd love to shout out some of your generous support in upcoming videos. That said, let's jump into it. So this Easter egg is pretty straightforward and simple. The only real parts that you need to know are the locations and the corresponding sort of endpoints here at this. There's 3 independent quests, if we can call them that. So within this update for Rebirth Island, we saw the introduction of a few points of interest. The ships, sure, but for this we're more concerned about Stronghold. Stronghold has a few buildings, but the one we want to focus on is that tower building, because in the ground floor of that, there's a back room that's a sort of control room, but with a ton of lockboxes as if it's a vault. I mentioned in our intro that it's kind of akin to that Vault Easter egg from the Nakatomi Plaza Easter egg, and admittedly it's almost one-to-one to that Easter egg. 3 key cards, 3 safety deposit boxes that you can end up getting loot from each of those. So there's 3 key cards you're looking for are the Perseus Keycard, the Vikhor Keycard, and the Forgotten Keycard. Starting out with what I think is the easiest, the Perseus card. Honestly, these are all super easy and straightforward. It's just a matter of getting them because 2 of 3 of these are in high traffic areas, but the Perseus Keycard, it's not. It's off in the office building, what was previously, I want to say, Church and Blackout. Regardless though, this one is just kind of sitting on a shelving unit near the entrance closest to Stronghold. Nothing you have to do to uncover it. It's just sitting right there and you can go and grab it. I also think this is probably the easiest one because the route you can take to get to Stronghold is once again relatively quiet, whereas the other 2 you have to go through a war zone. Get it? Okay, no, but for real, puns aside, you have to go through a high traffic area, and then the other one, you have to go across the entire map. But once you get this, you take it to Stronghold, you'll be able to open up the leftmost box, the Perseus box, and this will give you roughly $10,000 and an advanced UAV. Now that advanced UAV is static, meaning that it won't change, and I'm pretty sure the cash is as well, but not sure if that changes depending on your party size. I did everything in solos, which, man, that was something. But that said, once you've got that, you're good to go. You can play around with that from there and use that advanced UAV and that cash to maybe get a loadout drop or whatever you deem necessary. What I'd imagine is the second easiest one here is the Forgotten Keycard. This one can be found over in Bioweapons Lab. For this one, you're going to need to make your way down to the basement and the showers, and there's 2 of them, but you want to activate the closest one to the vertical staircase, and it will activate the shower sequence, which spits out money, but also it will spit out that Forgotten Keycard afterwards. Now, also be on the lookout because I think you can get ultra rare weapons every so often as well. I don't know if it was a result of the shower or what, but I found an Ultra Stoner 63 blueprint in the laundry bin the one time I was doing this, and honestly, it was a insanely meta build. It's one of those ones that was the Stoner meta build, the perfectly built attachments that you want. So to have that early game, definitely something that can help you out. But once you have that key card, get out of there as fast as you can because you have the entire map to trek, and sometimes that circle just isn't in your favor. Now, it's perfect if you can get a helo spawn or a vehicle because that will get you there from point A to point B as fast as possible, but if not, I'd recommend building and chaining those redeploy balloons despite them being like a third of the height and speed of the ones in Caldera. It's still going to help you out getting there as fast as possible. Once you're finally at Stronghold and back into that vault room, the Forgotten Keycard may actually be the most valuable. It will give you a loadout drop and a specialist token as well as a field upgrade. And do note that it seems that specialist tokens are dropped in accordance with your party size. So if you're playing solos, it's 1. Duos, it's 2. Trios, it's 3, and quads, it's 4, which is huge. That sets your entire team up for the rest of the match. I think this one's personally my favorite of the key cards and also the rewards you can end up getting out of it. And finally, that one that is honestly the hardest is Vikhor's Keycard, which for those who did not pay attention to the storyline and lore, that's actually Stitch's access card, his real name being Vikhor Kuzmin. This one is found in the previous bunker room inside the headquarters main building. For those that remember, this is actually the Red Room Easter egg from the Rebirth launch Easter egg back in December of 2020. Also the last time we had a blueprint Easter egg within Warzone, which that blueprint's actually on the main table, so you can jump in, get that, and I don't know if it credits it to your account like it used to, but I mean, regardless, you get some nice loot right off the rip. But this room is open from the get-go. You don't have to do the Easter egg to get in. Just walk on down, but careful, because 1, it's a high traffic area, and 2, Oh my god, I encountered so many people camping this one out. Whether it be to pre-aim the canister spawn at the entrance and then shoot my body for some reason, or just waiting in the corner trying to melee me to death. It was kind of everything you could imagine. But this keycard is straight up just on the desk with the maps above it. The table to the left of the entrance as you walk into the room, you're good to go. Just grab that and make your way to the Stronghold vault. Now, once there, it'll be the middle safety deposit box that you can go to, which this keycard will give you what seems like $8,000 in cash and a loadout drop. And as a reminder, it seems like all of these rewards are static, meaning that they're not going to change. The same thing happened with the Vault Easter Egg in Nakatomi Plaza. They were the same rewards every single time. So having done this a handful of times for each of them now, it seems like that's the case, which, coming back to the beginning of the video, this is an insane strategy if you can do this fast and early on in the game, which, another disclaimer, these cards will despawn a few minutes into the game. So just like the Nebula 5 bombs can't be used after, I want to say, Zone 3 in Caldera, these are the same way, where it's going to need to be used early on. So if you're interested, get down fast, get yourself set up for victory. Now, that said, is this the end? Is this all we have? As you know, I've been pleading for an Easter egg in Warzone for a long time, and while it's not one that gives us a blueprint reward for completing it, I'm happy we at least got something. You do also get an exclusive calling card for completing either the first one of these, or just that Forgotten Vault. I don't know which one it is, but it'll bug out at first. It'll be a Modern Warfare default card that pops up, but then it turns into the Unholy Advantage in your actual inventory. But again, is that it? Right now, there's horns on the boat that don't lead to anything, that it seems like at least, which is incredibly odd. Could be something later on in the season, or even further on in a different season, or maybe it's just something that's live right now that we haven't quite figured out in day one, which is also possible. But we also have 3 new bunkers around the map, the Golden Door bunkers, which are also currently inaccessible. This, though, I think is going to be something that's tied to the event itself, because if you look at those Rebirth community challenges, the final one is that Golden Vault Mystery, which is first available in week 3 of Warzone's event. So not next week, but the week following, where we have to collectively gather $40 trillion in blood money on Rebirth Island during that LTM. So whether or not that opens up the vaults or just triggers the start of the Easter egg, I don't quite know. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't want to write it off just yet, but for right now, this is what we have here in terms of an Easter egg for Season 2.5 and that reloaded update. Now, again, I'm just glad that we got something. This gives a high-risk, high-reward scenario for those that are interested in trying to obtain some free high-level loot and setting yourself up for as much success as possible. So for that, I'm definitely liking this one so far. Let me know your thoughts down below. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Love to get your thoughts and feedback. So if you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing running all things Warzone. Easter eggs like this. We're going to have some new loadouts and guides coming up here in the next couple of days. So if you guys were interested in any of that, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.